Alright folks, how you doing? Welcome back. So I'm going to show you in this video why Owen Shroyer left Alex Jones and the classic behaviors of an upper lesser type B narcissist, what to look out for. And these people are very far from subtle, by the way. So let's have a look. No, it's not. It's not okay, and it's definitely not fine. You need to get out of that environment. Narcissists can be right, by the way. David Icke's been right about a lot of things. He's a mid-range narcissist. Alex Jones is spot on with a lot of what he says. But that doesn't mean that the man's not fucking insufferable. He can be correct about things and still be a narcissist. I mean, if I'm recommending HG Tutor, that proves it, because HG is the ultimate narcissist, and I recommend them all the time. Narcissists are not necessarily wrong in what they say, it's how they act, it's how they behave. Well, what Alex was doing was belittling Owen for disagreeing with him, because remember, with any narcissist, they think they're right about everything all the time. They cannot accept criticism, they cannot respect other people's opinions, unless they agree with them like 100%. They view the world in a very black and white way. They're always right, you're always wrong. So Owen asserting his own opinion was a threat to control, and that needs to be stamped out. So what Alex was doing was belittling him, bullying him, in effect. You can see it on his face. Case in point, like I said, upper lesser type Bs are anything but subtle. Anything but. And Nick Fuentes is another narcissist, by the way. I don't know if Owen is. Might be, I don't know. Doesn't really matter for this particular argument or demonstration. I personally don't think that Owen Shroyer is a narcissist. He might be. I don't really know him that well. I've only recently started to watch him. I need to see him more to determine that. I think he's a normal, actually. But I don't know. I know that Nick Fuentes is a narcissist. 100%. So this is sarcasm, of course, on the part of Alex Jones. But look at the tension in Owen's shoulders. Like, this happens all the time. Or regularly enough, anyway, for it to be a problem. He put up with this for 8 years. Fucking hell. See, Owen's clearly just trying to use humor here to deflect and to make light of the situation, but you can see from the tension in his shoulders. Words can lie, but body language never does. Owen's been kind of passive aggressive here. Notice how Alex has to position himself right in the middle as well. Narcissists always have to be the center of attention. It always has to be on them. You can even see what Owen is thinking. He's thinking, can he just fucking leave? Okay, Alex, fine. Can you fuck off, please? Let me get on with the show. I mean, you can hear it practically through the screen, you know. Look at the rapid blinking as well. See, Owen's thoughts are beginning to kind of come through here. Do we have to do this now? Can I get on with it? Can you fuck off, please? By the way, JD Vance is also a narcissist. So even though I was talking about impeach Trump earlier on in my previous video, would it actually make much of a difference in terms of ending the war with Iran? Because JD Vance would become president if Donald Trump was impeached. Don't know. Depends on the type of narcissist that he is. Not sure. I don't think he's the same kind of narcissist as Donald Trump, though. I think JD Vance would probably be a mid-range narcissist. But I don't know. Maybe. With narcissists, it's all about what's in it for them at the end of the day. But to my mind, JD Vance does look a hell of a lot more polished and presidential than Donald Trump does, which doesn't really say much of anything. It's a recurring pattern now when you think about it. When Donald Trump wants to get something done, some kind of negotiation or deal, who does he send? He doesn't send Marco Rubio. Little Marco, he sends JD Vance. JD Vance is being set up to be president after Trump, I'm telling you. You can kind of see it. Owen looks like a guy who goes home and cries into his pillow based on that clip. This is his son, Rex Jones, by the way. Look at how Alex is trying to physically dominate his son who's bigger than him. You know, the patting on their shoulders. Upper lesser Bs, they're not physical narcissists. They're upper lesser. They're not thugs who get into bar fights like lower lessers or middle lessers to an extent. But if they feel like they can dominate you physically, like patting you on the shoulder, this is very common. Look how passive aggressive Alex is being. This is more of towards the mid-range level, but this upper lesser, they do have a level of sophistication more than their lower lesser or middle lesser counterparts, but it's still very crude. It's still very caveman-like. And look how beat down Rex looks as well. Just anyone who's around Alex Jones or who has been around him for a long time looks beat down, looks dejected, looks sad. Looks like, oh, please go away. Please leave me alone. Please don't fucking do this in front of a camera and a microphone. Just what the I feel bad for them through the screen. That's how I know I'm a normal, you know. And if I'm Rex, I'm thinking, can you get your fucking hand off me, please? I'm not the most violent person in the world. I very reluctantly go into violence, but if I'm around something like Alex Jones, at some point I'm probably gonna fucking swing for him. I'm telling you. A man can only take so much. And again, standing right in the middle, right between them, has to be the center of attention. Well, give it a minute. Yeah, David Knight did it and Owen did it. Why did they do it? See, that's the fundamental question that the narcissist cannot answer, because it means taking responsibility and taking accountability, which is what a narcissist can never do, because they're always right about everything all the time. This is sense of grandiosity as well, another narcissistic trait, where they use fictional or fantasy analogies to make themselves look more important than they really are. Alex Jones is fairly important, don't get me wrong, but he ain't fucking Anakin Skywalker, Well, no, he just had enough. He just quit because Alex Jones belittled and bullied him and censored him. I can certainly believe it, for a long time, and didn't really treat him that well. We have to remember, when you get in relationships with narcissists, this is more in intimate relationships, but it can be in workplace relationships, any kind of relationship, really, even just casual friendships. At some point, they will seek to assert control through sustained evaluation. That's what H.G. Tudor calls it. Now, what is sustained evaluation? Well, it's pretty much exactly that. It's a drip feed of negativity. You're too negative. You're wrong because this. You didn't do this. You forgot to put the plates away. You put the toilet paper on the wrong shelf. It can just be anything. It's essentially just nagging. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Try to be more this. Try to be more that. La la. All this kind of thing. So it was just that Owen had a fuck enough. He just like, fuck this. I've had enough of this shit. You put up with that for fucking 8 years, 10 years. I'd have been out of there after a week. I ain't putting up with that for fucking 10 years. The hell with that. And because of his black and white thinking, Alex Jones think he just, turned on a dime and betrayed him. No, Alex, you did it to yourself. And again, David Knight did the same thing. Why? Because he was treated the same way. How you recognize narcissists is through pattern recognition. Because, especially once you're unsophisticated, like an Alex Jones, they're very easy to see through. Very easy to see through. You just have to recognize the patterns consistently. And the thing about Alex Jones is he presents them very clearly. Anyway, I don't want to go on too long, so thanks for watching. And as always, leave your thoughts and comments down below.